Alright, on the play for round number 4. Got a pretty easy keep here. Let's lead off with an attack for 1. Another black-green deck. Another attack for 1. Turn 2 we've got Druid of the Cowl. That's not surviving. Play this. Always yield. Kill that. This is going about as well as you can hope a game can start. There was some consideration to leaving the Firebrand back in case he plays a Jade Light Ranger to follow up. Oh, he's just missing on land, so this game is basically over. Let's play this pre-combat. Assassin's Trophy, sure. So that's interesting because that means I do actually get to play my my Flame of Keld after all. I was thinking I wouldn't be able to do both, but thanks to the land, I still do. We'll attack for 2. Yep, and he knows it's over. So, sideboarding against black-green mid-range, most likely. I want to do something like this again. Just get my lava coils in there. Basically the same thing we were doing last time. The lava runners I do actually like against mid-range, like controlling mid-range, just because it always trades up in mana. It's less likely to get blocked for value. Though I guess he does have Druid of the Cowl. Noteworthy, so I suppose. But we're bringing in lava coil. Pyromancers also get worse. Shock, not as good if his threats are less of the Llanowar Elves variety and more of the Druid of the Cowl variety. He could have both, you never know, so maybe it's wrong to trim on shocks. To trim on creatures like we were doing, trim on Flame of Keld. Basically the same incorrect configuration I've been doing this whole time, but hey, it's worked out for me so far, so YOLO. Well, this hand could either be great or terrible. I feel like I'm supposed to mulligan this. Even if I get there with lands, this hand might not even be good enough against what he's doing. Oof, but we have multiple 1-drops. No, I'm gonna keep. My philosophy when I'm testing is always be greedy. See? And it always works out. Never fails. Ooh. So we'll shock, we'll just lava coil that. Elvish Rejuvenator, huh? Getting a land, pretty good. Oof, I was hoping for a land there, but I think it's my best course of action here, probably. I like Lava Runner plus Shock. That lets me get in the most damage this turn. That's what I'm going to do. Even though next turn I won't really be able to be mana efficient. I guess that's not even true, because if I draw land I can play Chain Whirler, otherwise I get to play... Get out of here, Gigabyte. Just play a Pyromancer. But he's more likely to have cards to punish me from this spot, like Ritual of Soot, or, I don't know, something big and dumb that I can't answer. Chupacabra, that's not that big of a deal. Like I said, Lava Runners are going to trade up in mana every time. Land? No. It's okay. We'll just trade off. He gets his 2-for-1. But I think we're still doing good here. We have lots of gas left in the tank. Another rejuvenator. Land would be nice. Cool. So I'm going to lead off with Chain Whirler, I believe. Ionize. There's not a whole lot I need to worry about. I mean, technically he can cast whatever his biggest thing is, but I'd rather just stay on the front foot and save this Ionize for a turn where he's actually trying to stabilize. Because we can't counter a Carnage Tyrant if that's what he has. Ritual of Soot is not the end of the world. Or the Fine Finality, whatever. Yep. So I'm okay with how that turn went. Well, this turn I don't even think I worry about Steam Can. I think I just play Pyromancer and pass. Wizard's Lightning is face. Well, maybe I don't even need to do that. Yeah, because this turn he might be able to Memorial to Folly. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to pass the turn. Not suspicious at all, I promise. This would be a good spot to have a risk factor in hand. What is this now? Another Chupacabra, let's counter that. So we don't quite have lethal. Boom, boom. Shoot you. Now we just pass. Now we are a little bit exposed to Ritual of Soot, but we have enough burn in hand that it might not matter. I guess Fine Finality would also be annoying. Especially so because that would put me on a 2-turn clock with the Carnage Tyrant. Although I guess actually that's not even true because his guy would still shrink. So we'd go to 9 power and then 5, so we'd go to 11, and then he can attack for 9, puts us to 2. Still not lethal. Oh, he is sending in. Okay. It's got to be Ritual of Soot. Raska's Contempt. Sure. And something to follow up. Aha! Golden Demise. Well, we'll respond with Wizard's Lightning. Okay, this next couple turns are going to be very crucial. I think I should start with Chain Whirler. Does he have enough mana to 2 and tap? So that's all these, so we'll have 3 mana left over, so we would need to draw land for Chupacabra. I think I just have to be mana efficient here. This could go poorly for me. If I draw a Shock or a Wizard's Lightning, I can win the game next turn either way. If he bricks on land, he'll probably have to leave his Tyrant back, in which case I'll be in good shape as well. Okay. Finds a land and scries Moment of Craving. Probably should go to the top if I were him. Yep. Okay. So yeah, Shock or Wizard's Lightning would be the best case scenario right now. attacks. What does that do for me? Not much, unfortunately. So, bad news is next turn. So, end of turn here, he's going to get back Chupacabra. The next turn, he gets to go Chupacabra plus Moment of Craving, which he's drawing into. So I think the forced play here is I have to Lava Coil this Jade Light Ranger. Oh, that's rough. Don't think we can actually win this game. A Moment of Craving is gonna give me fits. Yep, Carnage Tyrant is slightly annoying. Yep, gets back Chupacabra. Draws into Moment of Craving. So now I have to draw a burn spell and hope he messes up with his Moment of Craving. And we did neither. So, going to game 3. On the play, I like Ionize a little more. I like Shock a little bit less. Lava Runner a little bit more. And Pyromancer. And Flame of Keld. What's not so good? Let's cut the shocks. Bring in our creatures. Shocks do get better with the creatures though. But we have the Lava Coils as well. I think I'm okay with this plan. Maybe I keep one of the Pyromancers out, a Flame of Keld in. Even though Flame of Keld doesn't work well with... I guess let's make it a risk factor instead of a Flame of Keld that I can sign off on. The Pyromancers, I think, are worse than the Lava Runners because he has the Rejuvenator. Both of them get blanked by Druid of the Cowl, so that's not really a consideration. But I think I'm okay. Oh, this is 62 cards. We still have to cut 2. So let's make it a Chain Whirler and another Pyromancer. That feels awkward. But I think I can sign off on it. Pyromancers just really aren't that great in this matchup. He has so many ways to deal with them effectively. Well, Sand needs another land, but it has a lot of promise. It's going to be pretty difficult for us to completely whiff with this hand. We either would have to draw all 3 drops or like, I don't know. There we go. Now we even get to bluff a blue spell this turn. Because why not? Seeker Squire, sure. Hits a forest. Let's draw. Let's lead off with a Chain Whirler. And I could even shoot his Seeker Squire if I wanted to finish it off, but I don't really want to do that just yet. Next turn I also have the option of Chain Whirler plus Firebrand again, depending on what he does. Nothing. To me that signifies that he might have Golden Demise in his hand. In any case, let's lead off with an attack. What's this now? Assassin's Trophy. What does that do for me? That'll get me up to 5 mana this turn, which isn't super useful. But I don't think I counter it. Do I? No, I don't. Grab a mountain. Play mountain. I think I just chain whirl again. What could he do for 4 mana that would get me? Ritual of Suit. I don't think I care about that. That basically just trades for 1 for 1. I'm still not going to shoot the Seeker Squire. Ranger's fine. So here I think I am actually going to shoot that in response to the trigger. And he reveals... No, he would have just hit 2 lands anyway. That's fine. 1 mana, dead weight. Okay. So now the big question, what do I do with this lightning strike? Do I just go upstairs? Do I hold it? I guess I just hold it. Okay. Do I play this land or not? I think the answer is yes. My plan is to ionize what he plays and then risk factor. It does nothing. Alright, risk factor you. And we'll just untap. Fanatical Firebrand. Alright, pass the turn. Most likely just pitching this Firebrand to the risk factor. It's going to be a Carnage Tyrant. I could counter it to put him to 10. Risk factor to 6. Let's lead off with risk factor and see what he wants to do with it. Ionize puts him to 6 now. Even though it's not going to counter it, I just want to get the damage. So let's do it. Now another burn spell, other than shock, will do it. It's not either of those things. Carnage Tyrant is a good answer to what we're doing. Now he gets to untap with whatever life gain options he has available. Like Vraska's Contempt, perhaps. Yeah, this feels like one of those matchups where, oh, okay. It's going to come down to top decks, no matter what we do. Uh-huh. Hits a land and a Druid of the Cowl. And he gets to send in. I'm going to Lightning Strike now. Doesn't really matter, but I was going to do it anyway, and I'm not going to chump at the moment. Come on, burn spell. Alright, whew. That was a close one. As I said, I feel like this is a matchup where it's going to come down to top decks most of the time, getting into a race before they build up enough of a board to overwhelm you. That's what green mid-range decks do.